Hello guys, I'm Christopher for CMM with another quick and dirty video, and this one is about the first impressions about the Elephone P8 Mini, which is Elephone's latest budget phone and part of the P8 series, which contains phones that actually offer or are supposed to offer a decent camera performance. Now this phone is currently sold at around 130 to 140 bucks depending on deals available. And it does offer quite interesting specs. We have 4 GB of RAM inside of there, we have a memory of 64 GB and a MT6750T processor and a 5-inch Full HD screen, so this phone is rather compact. And Elephone claims the screen to offer colors on AMOLED level, and actually that's true. Color-wise, the screen looks just stunning. Very intense colors, great contrast, picture quality is really good, and I really like the screen. What's a bit unfortunate is that touchscreen calibration is a little bit off, but you get used to this and then it's not much of a big deal. Performance-wise, this phone is surprisingly good, great optimization, and it runs stock Android or vanilla Android, so really clean, no bloatware, no complicated and unnecessary extra features, no eye candy, just normal Android, and of course it also supports OTA updates. What has surprised me about this phone as well, besides the screen, is that it packs all important sensors. We have a compass in there, a gyroscope, and all of them do work just fine. And we also have stuff like a rotation vector sensor, linear acceleration is there, so everything you would expect from a phone is there, which is decent. But what surprised me the most is that the camera is just insanely good. We have a dual camera here. It's a 13 megapixel main sensor and a, I believe, 2 megapixel secondary sensor, so not a high-end dual camera setup, but just the typical budget one, but a really good one. And on the front we have a 16 megapixel camera, which of course is not comparable to a 16 megapixel camera, for example, found in the OnePlus 3T or the latest OnePlus 5, but still it takes decent pictures at good lighting conditions. Let me just try to get this zoomed in, so there you go. Great amount of detail for the price range there. So it's a Samsung camera on the front, and a pretty good one actually, but the main camera is just outstanding. Let me just pick this macro shot I took with it. The amount of detail and the quality of colors is just great. Look at this. You really wouldn't expect that this has been taken on a budget phone made by Elephone. If someone would tell me that this picture has been taken on a Echo or on a Meizu or Xiaomi device, I would have no doubt about this. So really good camera, and not only on macro shots, but in general. Just look at the sharpness, the amount of detail, the colors. Just a really good camera for the price range. And dual camera features such as bokeh mode do work surprisingly well too. You shouldn't expect any bokeh effect on the level of a Xiaomi Mi 6 or OnePlus 5, obviously. But considering it's just such a cheap dual camera setup, it performs not bad at all. Look at this. This has been taken in bokeh mode. Really usable results if you know how to use those cheap dual cameras. So you can really get halfway decent results there. Really surprised about camera. Low light performance isn't bad too. Here, for example, this has been taken in HDR mode indoors during sunset. It seems rather bright, but it was pretty dark there in the staircase. Yet we still have a pretty decent picture. A little bit of noise there, sharpness isn't perfect anymore, but overall quality is still okay. So yeah, in general, it indeed is a camera phone, a budget camera phone, and So far, I really don't have any huge things to complain about there. It's just a very decent, cheap China phone. The only thing besides the touch panel issue to complain about is the battery, which isn't too huge. It's a 2680 milliamp cell. I already verified this capacity, so it's true, but obviously that's not the largest battery. You can get through a day, but only to the evening, morning to evening, then you will need to recharge, so you can't get through the night. Average screen on time is around 4 hours 56 minutes. So far, haven't used it that much till now. We will see how it does when it's my main daily driver after the Duchi mix. But so far, as I said, it's about 1 day from morning to evening. So and only if you stay away from heavy camera or GPS usage. So yeah, battery life is probably the biggest complaint, but besides of that, for the money, it's a really great phone. So that's it for the first impressions. See you soon with the full review. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.